I think we're good. Yeah, right. Yep. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to BelloHeart. Today is, well, it just turned 8/16, 2023. Just want to say thank you for joining us on BelloHeart. I hope everybody's having a good, well, very early today, but good start to your Wednesday when you do wake up, or finishing your Tuesday. Going to bed peaceful. It's all about positivity, staying positive. It's. I don't know if anybody saw the show. Well, first of all, let me just say, please like and subscribe. I need more subscribers to turn this into a possible real dream of mine, or to be able to make an impact more. I think spreading the message of love and understanding, and explaining. Because the more I think about BelloHeart, the more I realize that, especially after I had my friends on the past week. If you guys saw that video, you go check it out. It's in my family group. Was the video I filmed on Sunday with my buddy Will, two of my friends Will and Vinnie, and they're two millennials, 30 and 31, and they don't watch the news at all. So it kind of clarifies what BelloHeart's here for almost. Like, those are guys I know because of my former job, and I have a good rapport with them. But reality is, where kids, once this whole news media thing hits the fan and everybody realizes how manipulative it really is, because it's coming. It's obviously coming, with the Hawaii thing, and, it's just out of control. Where, how, the key is what people don't need a place to get information from, or at least explain what's really happening in the world. Because once this Senate thing hits off, right? It's supposed to hit off in September after they come back after Labor Day. The Senate goes back in session, and there's supposed to be another hearing on UFOs, UAPs, right? So we think about what's going to happen after that. Is the narrative going to be more controlled by the mainstream media? Are they going to start this false flag, fake UFO attack, or is this just going to more people? Is it going to become a peaceful revolution? And we're going to have a transition of power to full transparency. Don't know how that's going to happen, because I don't see how the rich are just going to let go of being rich, because they're happy being, the rich people, or the influencers, or the controllers. Why would they want to give up their, even not the puppet masters, master controllers, like the ones that are manipulating markets in the world, petroleum and all that stuff, stopping, suppressing everything from advancing, so they can just continue making billions and billions and trillions of dollars, just, using us to create basically the economy where they benefit and we're just like their slaves, right? So, hold on one. Now I look at it like, once this thing starts to roll, whatever happens is going to happen. Whether it's going to be a peaceful revolution, and it's going to be some sort of peaceful transfer of the current government of control to some sort of administrative to full transparency type of thing. We got to get all these new, these alien technologies and ET stuff under wraps, but with minimal blood shed, more about like the people who are, the military people who are actually in these programs, maybe fight it out. I don't know, and we just observe, and hopefully, everything comes crashing out more of a peaceful way, because we realize that it's us, the people, against the the elite, and we just have to band together. That would be a good way, right? But as I talk to my millennial friends, I wonder, like, once this happens, it's going to happen so fast. So, like, between within the next year, if these guys, these 30 something, between these 30s and 40, probably 25 and 40, really, they've been living their lives, doing their things, getting ready to start their families, or just starting their families, establishing their careers. I was that age, man. I was distracted in life, and you don't pay attention to news. You don't pay attention to anything that's going on around you. I just started paying attention to what's happening around me, because my kids are older, my job is a little bit less, but everybody's, at some point, people need to be informed. So that's the whole point, I guess, of BelloHeart, really, when it starts to come. I started this. Obviously I have two children, but at the same time, it's to get the message out. Who are we getting the message out to? Getting the message out to people who don't believe watch the news, believe the news, and they have, and nowadays the information's coming from more from a mainstream, from not a mainstream, from a all, I guess backstream media, YouTubes and podcasts and it's a million. So there's 1,000 different ways to get information, which is great. So basically, I just wanted to come on and say, hang in there. I got my Friday. I got, Vinnie Will be back. Hopefully, one or two more people will come. I do want to, I like talking to the millennials, especially, initially we're going to get to know our guys. We're going to work through hopefully some of their personal trauma, to see if we could speed up their healing. As a 30-year-old, it's hard, especially here in America with all the distractions we have going on. But at some point, we're going to have to get our heads straight. So we're going to try to get this message of love, meditation, spirituality, understanding, through to my two guys, Vinnie and Will, and then we're gonna use that as a platform to help spread it to everybody. The more people, they say just you leave with your heart, you spread the love, and then it resonates, and then that just creates. You ever go to like McDonald's and they have like the people pay for the person behind you. The person coming next, and everybody just keeps paying it forward, and see how long it goes. I was at McDonald's over here. I think they said it was like 6 hours or something. But it's kind of the same thing. You pay your love forward, and it just becomes like this. Everybody gets in a good mood, and then they feel like doing something for good to somebody, and they feel like doing, and then it's like an exponential type of thing. And if you start to do that every day, and you start to forgive people, and you start to stop holding people like to every little stupid thing they say and do, and forgive themselves because you're not perfect, right? It really changes things, especially when you start approaching the world from a positive point of view. Like, it's fascinating, really. And I hope one day I could sit down with people and talk one-on-one about it and get people to see it if they don't understand it, or if they do, even better, then we can talk about it how, because everybody goes through it differently, but the key is we all got to get there. We got to get to this point where we approach this change, this transition that's coming up from a positive point of view, not from a negative point of view. We have to realize that we're being manipulated by people who have an interest in keeping the world the same, because of money, control, power. Why would they want to change the power structure that they own, that they manipulate? Makes no sense, right? So at some point, this all is going to have to change. So, as this transition happens, whether it's peaceful or not, we need to realize that we don't need to fight amongst ourselves. We need to grab our families, grab our friends, grab any other human that's not an elitist, friggin', whatever, a sociopath, as you want, these people are, and just change the world from the bottom up by spreading the love. Remember the 60s, the love, the hippie movement, and all that stuff. Well, that stuff was that was amazing, but it was short-lived because they killed, they assassinated Martin Luther King, they assassinated JFK, they assassinated Robert Kennedy. It was just horrible. Anybody that wanted to change, they assassinated because there was changing the status quo from these manipulative monsters, sociopaths that control the world. So now there's too many of us. There's just too many outlets, too many people to control. There's too many media, channels, YouTube channels, Twitter, back-end channels, people trying to spread the truth, spread the awareness. But there's also a lot of false fear-mongering, out there. One thing I could say about, if you guys know, if anybody watches this channel, I've been talking about Dr. Stephen Greer for a long time. And if you want to get really caught up on this secrecy, government, backward engineering, hidden technology situation, before September, before the next Senate hearings come up, because I heard that there's going to be Senate hearings in Labor Day when Senate goes back, as I think I said earlier. And who knows what's going to happen then. All I know is it's going to get hot and heavy, and you want to get informed on your own before they start forcing you nonsense, and whatever they do not believe that ETs are dangerous. Anything that looks dangerous from the sky is human-made to look like it's an alien thing, but it's not. So it's, once again, it's humans destroying, hurting humans as we do so very often. So anyway, it's 10 minutes. I don't like to stay on much longer than 10 minutes by myself, especially, but I do have my boys, Will and Vinnie, at least coming on Friday. I'm gonna try to make the show more interactive. With the we're gonna get a little personal with them and myself. If you listen to the video the other night, I talked a lot about my personal journey and how BelloHeart got started and the realizations and all the things, the synchronicities that led up to this point. So it's a really cool video. And I appreciate anybody supporting us, liking, subscribing. I got a lot of good feedback from people. So hopefully this will help keep people's brains level-headed. When this when the news gets crazy, don't believe the hype. The news is fake. So what do we do with fake stuff? We don't believe it anyway. Who cares, right? The truth is all that matters, and the truth will set you free. But first, it will piss you off. Right? Anyway, peace, love, happiness. Everybody have a great night. Enjoy your Wednesday. Yes, enjoy your Wednesday. And BelloHeart out. Have a great night.